Так, має би мене бути вже чути досить таки непогано. Давайте зараз поглянемо, як мене буде чути. Мене бути вже чути. Так, я себе принаймні чую. Це чудово. Так, добре. Стрім пішов. Стрім пішов. Чудово, чудово. Добре, ну то усім, хто є, привіт. Сподіваюся, хтось зараз буде. Сьогодні ми будемо дивитися стрім розробників. Виходить нова версія Genshin Impact 2.3. І давайте поглянемо, що в цій версії буде такого нового. Для того, щоб це переглянути, нам необхідно перейти так, демонстрацію екрану. Ось. Власне, давайте перейдемо в повноекранний режим, включимо Full HD, включимо субтитри. Так, є, на жаль, тільки російськомовні. Хоча, слухайте. А можливо, є автоматичний переклад? А ну давайте поглянемо, давайте спробуємо. На українську. О! Найс. Оце я розумію класно. Так. Угу. Чудово. Просто прекрасно. Ну що, народ, погнали? Так, перемотаємо. Опа. І погнали.
Greetings, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 2.3 special program. I'm one of your hosts, Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact.
Ну що, погнали.
And today I'm joined by...
Hi everybody, I'm Corey Yi, and I voice Goro in
Це я
Genshin
так
Impact.
дивлюся актори
Of the Watatsumi
озвучки.
Island Resistance, ready and waiting.
Озвучка Ітера,
Nice.
Горо і
And our
Альбедо.
other host for today is Koi.
Hey there,
Кой.
I'm Koi Dao. I play Albedo.
Він був
Chief
за одну
Alchemist of the Knights
букву
of
від
Favonius, as you can see
зіпсованого
from my
життя.
chibi, which is super adorable, by the way. My, it
Там
certainly is
якийсь
lively
стиль.
outside of the
А,
workshop.
блін, клас. І знаєте, що замітив? Я замітив, що донатик повністю все перекриває. Давайте я донатик відключу на час. Хоча, блін. От фігня. Ой, тихо. Давайте є донатик. Блін. Донатик. Так. Я його переміщу. Блін, як його перемістити? Треба зняти замок. І можна рухати. Отак. Отак. Поки що буде так.
Welcome to the special program, guys.
Бо нічого не буде видно.
Yeah, man, like Genshin is my favorite game right now, so I'm just excited to talk about the details of Goro.
Well, I'm just super glad to be included. Haven't done one of these before, but been wanting to, because look at my teeny tiny little chibi body. I am so adorable!
As always, we'll be doing previews for the upcoming content in version 2.3.
Окей,
You guys
почнемо
ready?
з прев'юшки.
I am so
Давайте
ready.
поглянемо.
Let's do it, man.
All right, let's start by jumping right into the version trailer. Shadows amidst snowstorms.
Ну що, погнали.
That's a lot of S's.
Трейлер.
With this newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me.
Це хто
Protecting
говорить?
my soldiers
Це
doesn't just
Горо
mean
говорить.
having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The key to seizing
Собаку
victory in
люд.
battle lies in
А,
remembering
і
the
він буде
meaning of
проти
battle and employing the
собак.
right tactics to generate momentum.
Воу. А це часом не бос якийсь? Бос молокосос.
Pull in! Keep your
Та він
weapon at the
виглядає
ready.
як бос.
You never know what's around the corner.
Реально на боса
Press the
схоже.
advantage!
The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Аратакі Іто, новий персонаж.
The Oni cause trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of
Капості
the sacrifice.
якісь влаштовує.
Come on, man. We won't get away this time. Just give yourself up on the top.
Так, він що, сумоїст?
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Цікаво. І що? Коротше, якісь знов данжі. Правда, мені здається, що їх... Мені здається, що їх дуже багато. Вам так не здається? Останнім часом просто дофіга оцих цих... данжів. Збочися. О, блін. Все, від'їхав на вушку. Збочися, оце слово. Вау, це на синематік, судячи з цього був. А, це, походу, Альбедо. Та, це Альбедо. А він мене, до речі, я нафіг не здався взагалі. Але цікаво, що у нас буде сюжет розділений на Іназуму і на Манштат. Зазвичай зосереджуються на якомусь одному. О, Еола, блін. Всі персонажі, які в мене є, зібралися докупи. І Тімі, а де його голуби? І Ембер. Сніговик. Який вік. Так, хтось розгромив Альбедо його лабораторії. Тепер тут можна не тільки замерзнути. Так, лавина.
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?
Оу, щіт. Нічого собі. Йо-майо. То ці всі жарти в ком'юніті, типу, не просто так? Альбедо реально злим стане? Серйозно? Що, серйозно? Блін.
I like the snake puppy.
Зміїне цуценя.
Super cool to see
Зміїне
Albedo
цуценя.
and Eula in Dragon Spine.
Like, I don't know what's going on there, but it looks pretty tense. Also, can we please talk about Bennett looking amazing?
Та Бенні нарешті
Like one
дали
of my favorite
трошечки
parts,
часу.
to be honest.
I know we probably can't wait to learn more about the all-new content we just saw, but before we dive in, let's give away our
Блін, в
first
мене
redemption
навушник
code.
від'їжджає знову. Так, маємо код народ, забираємо. Дійсний. Дійсний, до речі, дуже мало часу. Серйозно. Блін. Навушник. Не від'їжджай, будь ласка. Реально, мало дійсний. До 11-ї вечора? Воу, народ, якщо хтось дивиться. Швидше за все ви вже не встигаєте. Ну, ті, хто в записі дивиться. Ті, хто в прямому ефірі, ще встигають. Так. Ну так я, якщо чесно. Серйозно. Фігня якась. А що вони його таким коротким зробили? От я не розумію. Так, і тепер... Ну, секунду, я походу щось... А, ну окей, я нічого толком не пропустив, судячи всього. Це зараз прев'юшка атаки буде Іто, походу. І він капець якийсь стильний чел, який, походу, дуже ще й самолюбний, якщо він так зачісується. А можна якісь фрази, я не знаю. Хоча б щось. Щось. Таке враження, ніби немає. Знаєте, ніякого голосового супроводження. Серйозно, де весь звук? До речі, що там зі звуком, напишіть. Бої жуків, карти Дзигі Кіндаму Хор.
You name it, I can play it. What do you say? Pick one and we'll have a little contest. Just make sure you're ready to get thrashed.
Якась фігня, якщо чесно.
Whoa.
Did you see him swing his claymore and then fix his hair?
He's
Like
so
the
stylish.
coolest dude in Inazuma.
And yet he's like kind of this goofy kid at the same time. Like hearing his words, it's so interesting, that dynamic, but I'm into it.
Okay, so our first character to introduce is Arataki Ito. As you can probably tell from the horns on his head, this guy is definitely not human.
That's
Ну,
right.
можна
In
здогадатися.
fact, Ito's horns are a symbol of his Oni heritage. Just like the Adepti in Liyue, Oni are a special kind of being in Inazuma.
We have already encountered other special beings in our previous adventures across Inazuma, such as the Bake Danuki and Tengu. This time, we are adding Oni to the list. Aside from
Oni.
Ito's heritage, his unique charisma has also attracted all kinds of followers to him. Word on the streets is that Ito has established his own crew
Oh, shit.
called the Arataki Gang.
Okay, so he's a
ОПГ,
gang
яку боялись
leader.
навіть
That's,
чеченці.
that's an interesting twist.
Yeah, but he's not quite the kind you might be thinking of. There have been some interesting stories about Ito floating around town.
Yep, he's the big guy with the horns that would play cards with kids to win all of their snacks from them.
Absolute menace.
That sounds like a
Тобто,
kid's worst nightmare.
окей.
And apparently, he also
Походу,
won
це
a
просто величезна
wrongdoing
дитина.
contest against a certain fox-eared lady.
Right, which is another aspect of his character. He has
Тобто, що там
Against a
про...
certain-
kid's worst nightmare.
And apparently,
Також
he
виграв
also won a
конкурс поїдання
wrongdoing contest
рамену
against a certain
у якоїсь
fox-eared
жінки з
lady.
вухами кіт.
Right, which is
Це
another aspect of his
тієї
character.
в
He has a
Яміку?
strong will to win no matter what he's doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It probably explains why we see his rematch challenge to Kujo Sara on the Hanamizaka bulletin board.
Так,
Sara
і
is
ще
the
він
one who
з
defeated
Сарою.
him and confiscated his vision under the Vision Hunt decree.
Окей, ще він...
Well,
на-
enough of us
Він,
just
коротше, з
talking
Сарою
about
бився,
him.
програв.
Why don't we
Окей.
let Ito himself introduce his combat skills? Let's welcome our special correspondent, voice of Arataki Ito,
Макс Міттельман.
Max Middleman.
Take it into
Йоми.
the max.
Макс Міттельман.
Hey, hey, can you hear me? Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh. So, what are we doing? Talking about Ito's fighting style? Cool, let's get into it. Ito wields a claymore and manipulates the
ну,
geo
це-
element. He's
це ми побачили.
strong, tough,
Це ми вже встигли
reliable,
побачити.
a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth
Другий,
attacks hit
четвертий
opponents,
потрапляють
Ito will
супротивнику.
gain stacks of superlative super strength.
І що це
Pretty cool
означає?
name, huh? Oh, another thing to note is that Ito's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his elemental skill or performing a sprint, which means you can keep on swinging even after you move.
Ну окей, це
When you
унікальна...
hold to initiate a
унікальна
charged
механіка,
attack, you
такого
can
не
use
було ще.
superlative strength stacks to perform
А
Arataki
що за рівні
Kisagiri
сили?
slashes without spending any stamina. Each Arataki Kisagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ito will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks of superlative super strength are available, Ito will perform a Saichi Monji slash. Oh, and most importantly, remember to keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind keeps trying to mess it up. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, which, by the way, means Ito's the best, when Ito uses consecutive Arataki Kisagiri, his resistance to interruption greatly increases, and each slash causes the
Кожен
subsequent
раз
slash to have
робить
higher
наступний...
attack speed.
А,
So your slashes
Окей.
keep getting faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ito's talents,
Ну,
Bloodline of the Crimson
і
Oni,
я не знаю, як
damage
він
of
буде
Ito's
гратися.
Arataki Kisagiri is
Треба
increased
думати.
by a certain percentage of Ito's defense.
Цікаво, до речі, чи він буде гратися без конст, чи тільки консти будуть потрібні. Та, блін, навушник.
Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang. Aw, isn't it cute? Anyway, Ushi is considered a geo-construct, and it'll remain on the field to taunt surrounding opponents and draw their
Там
attacks.
якийсь бичок ще є.
But Ushi won't stick around forever. It'll flee when its HP drops to 0 or its duration ends. Ushi also grants Ito 1 stack of superlative super
Блін,
strength
якийсь
when it
бичок
takes
тупо.
damage and when it leaves.
Ну, я так розумію, аналог
Next up, let's talk about Ito's Oni
іграшки
King
Ембер.
form. After unleashing his elemental burst, Royal Descent, behold Ito the Evil.
Так, ну і нарешті
Ito lets his
ульта.
inner raging Oni King emerge, using his Oni King's Kanabo in battle. Yeah, you see that Macy swinging? During
Була,
this
це
state,
була.
Ito's normal charged
Схоже на
plunging
якусь
attacks will be
величезну
converted to
лопатку.
geo damage that cannot be overridden.
Курячу.
The first and third combos of his normal attack will grant Arataki Ito himself 1 stack of superlative super strength when they hit opponents. While in Raging Oni King state, Ito's elemental and physical resistance drop, but his attack will be increased based on his defense, and his normal attack speed will also be increased. Ito also has an exploration talent, Woodchuck Chucked. When we have Ito in our party, we will have a chance to obtain an additional log of wood while using attacks to collect wood from a tree. So, collecting wood materials will be more efficient.
Окей.
Ito's pretty slick, huh? Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone interact with Ito in our future adventures because he's honestly a really fun character to voice. And those are all the inside deets about the one and only Arataki Ito. Zach, throwing it back to you.
And that's all from our special correspondent, Max Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Guess that was okay, Max. Just kidding.
He looks like such a cool character, though. Like, he's got really interesting combos and stacking, and, like, I don't know, that just seems really cool to play.
Totally. Next, we're moving on to our other new playable character in version 2.3. Let's see him in action.
Так, ага, от і Горо. Цікаво, що він вміє. Сподіваюся, до речі, не страйкануть. За це все діло. Дуже б не хотілося. Що ж він такого вміє? Якесь поле ставить, але що воно дає? І що?
If there's anything ever troubling you, don't keep it all muzzled up inside. You can always speak your mind with me. Although I can't guarantee that I'll always have an answer, I'll certainly offer you my best advice. Even when I can't muster much of a response, you can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is, I'm all ears.
Ну таке, типу, особлення френдзони.
Whoa.
Here we go.
He looks like a real good boy with a big, beautiful heart.
That he does. That he does.
I like him.
So, I know what everybody's wondering. Can we pet his ears?
Oh my goodness. Well, that might be a little awkward, but if anyone could pet Goro, it'd probably be the Traveler. Not you, Zach, but the
He
Traveler.
wants some pets.
Just to be clear.
I would like to scratch Goro behind the ears.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Come on, guys.
Anyways, with all that being said, although Goro looks really young, he's one of the most reliable characters you might ever meet.
Yeah, in fact, among the Watatsumi Island Resistance, he's known as Top Dog Goro.
Right, which is interesting because Goro is still younger than most of his fellow officers. He earned the nickname because he's close with his troops, and the other officers are always lining up asking him for advice. And to be completely honest, Goro often doesn't know the right advice to give either. But he can't let the soldiers down, so he just gives some general pointers and responds based on his own gut feelings, which has worked pretty well, so everyone sees him as reliable.
Yeah, you know,
Ну
I
таке,
guess that's what
інтуїція не
happens when
завжди
you wear your heart
може
on your
бути
sleeve.
But as
хорошою.
soon as he returns to the battlefield, Goro is back to his serious general self, ready to lead the troops. Although, because Goro is still young and inexperienced, his temper can sometimes get the best of him. Anyway, let's take a look at how he fights. General
Отже,
Goro of
що
the
він вміє?
Watatsumi Island Resistance wields a bow and holds a Geovision.
Ну, ми
His
додали.
elemental skill Inuzaka All-Round
Блін,
Defense
3
deals
персонажа
AoE
будуть в
geodamage
банерах.
and sets
Гео.
up his general's war
Просто
banner.
якийсь свято Гео.
Aw, the dog paw on the banner is so cute.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. Well, this banner is more than just for show. It provides buffs to active characters within the ability's AoE based on the number of party members in field who are of the Geo element. So, for example,
Ага.
when we have one Geo party member, it grants a defense bonus. When we have 2 Geo party members, in addition to the defense bonus, it increases resistance to interruption.
А
And
3.
when we have 3 Geo party members, it
Ну,
adds a
але
Geo
атаку.
damage bonus on top of the
Та,
previous 2
бонус
bonuses we
атаки.
just mentioned.
Okay, so what you're saying is the more Geo characters we have in our party, like, I don't know, Albedo, the more buffs we gain from Goro's elemental
Нічого
skill.
собі.
Yes, that is correct. Any characters who lack defense and
А
Geo
і зможуть
and feel
зібрати
them would
склад?
probably like that a
Цікаво.
lot. And finally, thanks, Koi. And finally, we have Goro's elemental burst, Juga Forward unto Victory. Unleashing his burst, Goro deals AoE geo damage and creates a
Ну, треба
field
дивитися,
known
скільки він
as
відсотків
General's
дасть
Glory. Just like his elemental skill, the field provides buffs to
бонусів.
active characters according to the number of
Тоді
Geo
буде зрозуміло,
party
чи варто
members.
збирати
What's special about this
геопачки чи
field
ні.
is that it moves together with your active character and periodically
Ну,
generates a
тоді
crystal
повинні діти
collapse,
добре
which
мати.
deals AoE geo damage to one opponent within its AoE. After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, Goro's elemental burst also increases all party members' defense. And another one of Goro's talents, a favor repaid, grants damage bonuses to Goro's elemental skill and elemental burst based on his defense, which is great because I love seeing
цікаво.
characters using different stats.
Wow, so that's all really cool, but I have to admit that little sidekick of his is so cute. Look at how it waves its banner alongside Goro.
I
Стандарт.
wanna be its friend.
Okay, guys, focus. Come on.
I will be its friend.
So, aside from his combat-related talents, Goro also has a pretty useful exploration talent called Seeker of Shinies. Yes,
Seeker of what?
that's
І що це означає?
Seeker of Shinies.
The shiny.
It's amazing and it's adorable. Yes, I totally understand that. This talent displays
Він
the
буде
location
краще
of
ловити
nearby
рибу.
resources unique to Inazuma on the minimap while you have Goro in your party.
Oh my goodness, let's go seek
Блін,
some
от
shinies.
наловлю
It's gonna
риби,
be
хтось
so
був
handy
заточений.
when
Це
we're
було б
farming
цікаво.
materials in Inazuma.
Totally.
Yeah, so you guys like Goro? Sound pretty good?
Yes.
Very good. A very good boy.
A very, very good boy.
I knew that's where it was going, and
Mhm.
I'm just not disappointed.
Well, all right, now that we've had our first look at our new characters, let's check out the event wishes coming in version 2.3.
Опа. Хто у нас
The
буде?
event wishes for version 2.3 are going to be a little different from previous versions.
Ууу.
This time, we will be opening 2 character event wishes at the same time during the
Опаньки.
earlier phase of version 2.3. They are Albedo's
А ну,
Secretum Secretorum.
Що там, на останньому стрімі ми говорили якраз з Манджаро про це. Я казав, що треба 2 банера. 2 банера.
Sounds
Два
good,
банера.
yeah. Well, also in the later phase of version 2.3,
А потім
character
буде
event wish
Іто.
Oni's Royale
Блін, треба
will become
подивитися
available, featuring
Рола
our
і
two new
Альбедо.
characters,
Що
Arataki
там
Ito and
по
Goro.
I'm
констах?
guessing
Чи
many
є
of
в
our
них
viewers
сенс?
might be curious about the first 2 rerun event wishes, so why don't we give some more details?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Якщо б вони були
With
якимсь
each version
мега
update,
крутим,
we've
може й
met
був би,
many new
але
companions
навряд
on
чи
our
це буде
journey.
крутіше, ніж
So some new
Хутала.
players might want to get limited characters from previous event wishes, but it's probably gonna take a long time before they see their favorite character return. After collecting and considering player feedback, the devs have decided to push reruns forward when the timing fits the version content.
So,
Тепер
coming
будуть
back to the 2 concurrent character event wishes in version 2.3, both will actually share the same cumulative pull count toward the 5-star drop guarantee,
нічого собі.
which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's
Цікаво.
Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least 1 5-star character in the remaining 40 pulls on Eula's Born of Ocean Swell.
Стоп,
There will
стоп,
be
стоп.
more information.
Ще раз.
Didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on
Так.
Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least
все,
1
ні,
5-star
все
character
правильно.
in the remaining 40 pulls on Eula's Born of Ocean
Я
Swell.
думав, що я щось не так
There will be
зрозумів,
more
ні, все правильно.
information in an upcoming announcement with more details on these new wish mechanics.
And as expected, with new characters comes new storylines. Ito's story quest,
Так,
Taurus
ну,
Iracundus,
звісно
will
ж.
be added in the new
Хто б
version for
сумнівався.
travelers to explore. The
У нас завжди
only
є з
race
виходом
once left
персонажа його
countless
завдання
figures in
появляється.
Inazuman legends. But how do Ito or other Oni live in the current Inazuma? For any players interested in diving deeper into Ito's backstory, this story quest will be a great place to start.
Sounds swell to me.
In addition to Ito's story quest,
І
both
що далі?
Goro and Beto will be receiving their very
Байда і
own
Горо
hangout events
получать
in version 2.3.
ці
That's right.
побачення.
Players are going to
Прикольно.
get an inside look at some of the secrets behind General Goro in his hangout.
Прикольно.
And we'll be joining Captain Beto for an all-new adventure in her hangout as well.
We have quite a few new storylines awaiting travelers in the new version, so remember to save up some story keys to unlock those.
Heck yeah. If you like new characters and storylines, I bet you'll like some new weapons and artifacts in version 2.3. The new 5-star Claymore Redhorn Stone Thresher will be appearing in one of version 2.3's weapon event wishes.
Сігна
Also, the new
Іто.
artifact sets Husk of Opulent Dreams and Ocean-Hued
І два
Clan
нові
will
набори
become available in the
артефактів.
new version.
До речі,
Players
плюс
will be able
30
to
до
gain these
дефа.
artifacts through a new domain located on Seirai Island in Inazuma.
Well, that's great, because I've been clamoring for new artifacts. And new artifacts always bring new possibilities for characters and great party combinations.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we've covered all the new equipment coming our way, we're ready to see a new deadly boss rising in the coming version. Let's take a look at the Golden Wolf Lord.
І новий бос. Який, блін, появляється просто з порталу. Ну, портал, до речі, прикольно виглядає. Воу, він більше насправді не на вовка, а на дракона схожий. Він тримає Горо меч як
And that's
меч.
our new
Лук
open world boss,
як
the
Венті.
Golden Wolf Lord.
Dude.
Whoa, spicy puppy snake. I love him.
Єгей,
I'm kind of
змінює
grappling with like
цуценя.
wanting to fight it
Блін,
and wanting to
цуценя,
pet
яке
it.
смішне
I don't
слово.
really know what
Same.
to
I'm
actually
going to
do.
make it my golden wolf friend.
Oh, did you guys see the tornado too? I'm like, I better not get hit with that thing.
Yeah, seeing that just made me feel winded.
Also, the size of that thing, that is one giant rift hound.
Yeah, now that you mention it, the structures of their bodies look really similar.
Great observation. Technically, the Golden Wolf Lord is the king of the Rift Wolves, which is also the reason why Rift Hounds and Rift Hound whelps appeared in Surumi Island in the first place. As a giant, monstrous beast from another world, its subjects are tasked with making preparations before it descends.
Йоу,
And since this monster will be a recurring
подивимося,
boss
що
in
він з себе
Surumi
буде
Island,
представляти.
players will be able to challenge this
Цікаво на
abyssal
кого.
beast
Там,
at
певно,
any
на
time.
Іто будуть
Okay, challenge
матеріали
accepted,
на
but
ньому
how do we fight it?
відбуватися.
Well, let's give everyone the inside scoop. In combat, the Golden Wolf Lord's attacks can apply stacks of the corrosion status, which will cause all characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's HP drops to a certain threshold, it will summon Rift Hound Alphas to provide it with shields.
Well, that just doesn't sound fair.
I mean, I think I'm up for this fight, but it does sound pretty tough.
Yeah, but don't worry. In the latter stage of the fight, the Wolf Lord's resistance to Geo attacks decreases, while its attack increases. So you'll have to factor
Ага,
that
в
into
нього
your
тупо така
strategy.
сама
How do math? Okay, is there anything
механіка,
else I should
як
know?
в ульти Іто.
Nope, I think that's about all we have for this new monster.
All right, it's probably a good time to take a short break and give away our second redemption code.
Sounds good.
All right, code inbound in 3, 2, 1.
І другий промокод. Промокод Деволки. Так, довго. Блін, і знов він дуже мало часу дійсний.
Be giving some
Так, і отут, думаю, можна.
Welcome back,
Продовжувати.
travelers. Next up, we'll be giving some exclusive details on the new events coming in version
Так, і я
2.3.
вже бачу, у нас буде
This
якийсь
time,
меч
we're returning to the
подарунковий.
snowy Dragonspine area to explore an all-new event. Koi, I know that you know a thing or two
Koi.
about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay. The main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amidst
Білий піл та
Snowstorms.
снігочі.
In this event, the Adventurers Guild
набір
will be holding their
слів.
winter training on Dragonspine. They
Позбавниця.
plan to have seasoned adventurers pairing up with newer recruits. Some of our old friends from Mondstadt will be joining to help out too. You know, like Amber and Eula.
Oh, that's cool. You see what I did there? Cool, because it's cold and
Yes,
Dragonspine.
Zach, I did see what you
Yeah.
did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the deadly cold of Dragonspine.
Yep. Travelers who've reached Adventure Rank 20 and completed the prerequisite quests will be able to participate in the event. And you know, outside the event storylines, travelers can participate in various challenges and earn event currencies to exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to chill in Dragonspine again, but what kinds of gameplay can we expect for travelers during
Так,
winter
також
training?
примічі будуть.
The
Корона
first
буде.
is called
Корону
agility
не
training.
забуваємо.
Basically, it's a special speed training. Once you start, you need to follow the guides to proceed down a
Блін,
race
по-моєму, таке вже
course.
було.
The goal is to get the highest score possible before successfully reaching the end. And
здається, таке
your
вже
score
було.
is based on the amount of time
А от
spent
такої фігні не
and the
було.
number of insignias of adventure and insignias of
А от такого не
conquest you're able
було.
to collect during
А,
the
тут, до
training.
речі, такі.
Ooh, and it
Бонуси є.
also looks like we've got some special buffs to make use of.
That is correct. Special blessings will sometimes appear while you race. There are two kinds of blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the Iron Skin blessing, which will allow your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay, so we'll need to
Так,
aim
ну
for the
тут
ice
на
pillars
снігу
containing
багато що зав'язано.
insignias once we have this blessing.
Oh,
Я
you are
так
so
розумію.
smart. That is correct. Travelers should be sure to make use of it. Some insignias of adventure will be hidden in the course, but insignias of conquest appear only at certain times. Ooh. you'll need to get the correct timing down and grab them throughout the challenge. The second type of gameplay is tracker training.
Тренування
Travelers will need to
світоцвіту.
find and melt all the ice crystal piles within the training area to complete the challenge.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep,
Окей.
But
Схоже,
this
для Ембер
training
настане
shouldn't be
час.
too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay is combat training.
Ooh,
Так,
combat's
і
my
бойове.
favorite part.
Combat training camps will contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and eliminate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but don't worry, there are multiple mechanisms around the lures. Travelers can activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying Scarlet Quartz. Once you've activated the 3 mechanisms, they will change the lure state to heat source and cancel the accumulation of sheer cold. Yeah, see? When lures switch to heat source mode, characters will also restore a certain amount of energy at fixed intervals. So on heat source mode, dealing damage to opponents while carrying Scarlet Quartz will unleash all the quartz energy in a single blow, dealing AoE pyro damage to the opponents.
Whew, I
Ніц
can
не
already
поняв,
see
дуже
myself
інтересно.
searching frantically to find scarlet quartz in this one.
Yeah, but actually, besides looking for Scarlet Quartz in the surrounding area, you can also obtain Scarlet Quartz by defeating certain monsters during the challenge. All 3 of these trainings have multiple challenges, which may be completed to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and more. You can also obtain some snowman components from the tracker training and combat training.
Oh, dude, the snowmen. That's a nice seasonal touch.
Yeah, I would love to make a snowman on Dragonspine.
Oh my goodness, me too. Participate in
Снеговиків?
the event to collect components, which can be used to build snowmen in game.
А,
Travelers
блін,
can also
прикольно.
exchange some
Реально
of their
сніговиків
components
будемо
with
ліпити.
their friends.
Oh, hey, we're all friends. Why don't we
Perceivably,
build them together?
Ха, прикольно.
Yeah.
that is very exciting. And to add to the excitement,
Так, здорово,
players will be
привіт.
able to claim rewards by building snowmen, including a new 4-star sword named Cinnabar Spindle.
Кіноварня?
You want to refine
Чого?
this bad boy? Well, you can
Ну і назва
collect event
кіноварня.
currencies and exchange
Блін,
them for the sword's
автоматичний
refinement
перекладач
materials
поїхав.
via the event shop.
So, I'm sure players are wondering, can we keep our snowmen after the event's over?
Absolutely. We can bring
Блін,
the
ну
snowman bases
сніговиків
and
ліпити
components
це,
home
звісно,
after the whole thing
прикольно.
wraps up.
All right, another
Це
decoration for us
прям
in a teapot.
ніштяк.
I'm looking forward to checking out all the snowman styles.
Oh yeah, me too. But you know what? Aside from all the winter training events, we'll also encounter a mysterious boss once we get further into the event story. But travelers will probably have to discover that for themselves. Anyway, I'm super excited for this event. Are you guys excited?
Yeah. And it sounds like we'll have a ton of seasonal things to do on Dragonspine. All right, next we'll be heading
Отже.
back to Inazuma for our next
І-
event titled Bantan Sango Case Files,
Банта.
The
Блін,
Warrior
що це?
Dog.
Знов у нас ціле оновлення просто
What was that?
крутиться
Was
навколо
that you,
собачки.
Koi?
No.
Горо
Corey.
собачка.
You can't blame this one on the dog.
І Місті з собачками пов'язана.
Okay.
Знов примічі, до
anyway,
речі, дивіться, це
back to
дуже
our
добре.
event. There have been mysterious disappearances
Типу,
of animals
банера
across
2 тепер.
Inazuma lately. And of
Тепер 2
course,
банера
the
буде
Traveler
персонажів
is there to
одночасно.
help.
Так що і
According to the
кімегемів
commission,
треба
our
більше.
objective is to find and bring the missing animals back.
Схоже на якийсь
During
стелс.
investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
Та
A
це
dog? There's like a
реально
whole bunch
схоже
of dogs
на
here.
стелс.
These are all its canine bunshin, which are like illusionary copies.
Oh yeah, these aren't your average guard dog. They're carrying a little sword.
That's why we need to sneak to where the dog keeps the little animals and avoid being detected.
Реально, це
Unless we want to be attacked.
That sure sounds
Нічого
super
собі.
scary.
Yes, it does.
Це
In this event, travelers will obtain a gadget called the Ubiquity Net. Travelers can use it to replace their elemental skill with the net's ability. We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away. If the skill hits a canine bunshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers can also activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause distractions too.
Упс.
Throughout our investigation, we'll also discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside places called dens of thieves. We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue. By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including Primo Gems, so
Во,
be sure to give
це
it a try.
найголовніше, примагеми.
After this event ends, travelers can complete the related world requests to
Завдання
obtain a
миру.
brand new gadget
Світло,
called
а
the
не миру.
Omni Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Yeah. Unlike the gadget from the event, this upgraded net has been modified using Onmyodo. It is said it can capture
щось
the essence
складне.
of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is we can keep pets with it.
Well, sort of. We can use
А,
the net as a way of recreating animals
таким
that we
чином
meet in the
можна
open world and
тварин
place
з
them in our
відкритого
Serenity
світу
Pod.
But
собі
the bottom line
забрати.
is, I can
Типу.
be like Draff or Timmy and have an army of pigeons at my disposal.
I will accept this.
Right. But please note that there are some little critters who
Та
cannot be
голуби
recreated
Тімі,
using the net.
принаймні,
Travelers may
не тікають
find
від його
which
батя.
animals can be recreated in the archive.
Yes, we're gonna get to keep some more animals in our realms.
Our next event is Energy Amplifier Fruition.
О, а це, мені здається,
Some
вже
of you may
було.
remember the previous Energy Amplifier event.
Те, це
It
було.
turns out that after our previous research, some remaining mutation stones have started to surface. In the new version of the Energy Amplifier event, travelers will need to get to the places of interest and eliminate threats there.
But mutation
О,
stones
я
can
це все
grant
пам'ятаю.
powerful bonuses to opponents, so
По-моєму,
we'll
це
want
було
to take care
не
of those
дуже
first
цікаво.
before facing the enemy.
Чому вони хочуть повторювати це?
After defeating
Не
the
знаю.
enemies, we can open the chests to claim rewards. What's different from the previous Energy Amplifier event is that once travelers have cleared all the investigation tasks in Act 1, they'll automatically gain the Energy Amplifier and all of the Earman Soul Fruit fragments. Each act cleared
Нічого
will
не
unlock the
зрозумів.
corresponding deceitful domain.
And just like the previous
треба
time
вже
we
на
entered
місці
this
буде
event,
дивитися.
we will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, and the energy
Ой,
amplifier will help amplify
блін.
our abilities in these domains. The fragments you configure
Серйозно.
into the energy
Я не
amplifier
люблю
will
ті
determine the buffs
моменти,
you
коли
gain during
треба
the
собі
challenge.
вибирати
In terms of rewards, there will be both first clear rewards and milestone score rewards to claim in this event, so you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Our next event to
головне, щоб давали
introduce is
примагеми.
Misty Dungeon Realm of Light.
Yeah, travelers may remember this one as well. Just like our previous Misty Dungeon event,
І це я
travelers
теж
will use the
пам'ятаю.
trial characters to complete dungeon trials. You will need to find all 3 of the ancient runes in the dungeon and complete their corresponding challenges to activate
Це
the
десь
runes.
на
Once
навесні
all
було,
3
чи
runes are
наприкінці
activated,
весни.
travelers can gain access to
Ну,
the final
Типа
challenge.
50-50.
There are benediction mechanics with the trials,
Не
which
якийсь
allow
супер
players to obtain
цікавий
certain
івент,
bonus
але, в
effects.
принципі,
At the
норм.
same time, there are also some automated weapon systems that will detect and attack any intruders.
So travelers must use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
This time around, there will be new trial characters available and new trials for travelers to challenge. For example, in the Thundershock Trial, Electrocharged will not only receive a damage bonus, but also increase the rate at which your elemental skills and bursts can be used.
Well, that sounds cool and also super helpful for finding our way through all the enemies.
Definitely. And don't forget to finish as many trial quests as possible to claim more rewards. And speaking of recurring events, our most popular merchant, Lieben,
О.
is coming back in version 2.3 with his goods.
Оце
Players
вже
can search
добре.
for Lieben and submit the materials that he requests to claim rewards.
Це вже
And
реально
that's all
добре.
we've got for
Я
the
його
upcoming
пам'ятаю,
events.
цього чела.
We've covered quite a bit of
З
content
ним
already for version
зручно
2.3.
примагами
We sure
фармити.
did, and buckle up because there's more.
Багато
Got some
примгемів,
details
мало
on a
роботи.
fun update
Оце
to
я
the
люблю.
Serenity Pot.
Right. After the version 2.3 update, we will be able to put Paimon into our Serenity
А,
Pod.
нічого собі.
And she's got some new dialogue for us while she's in our teapot. Come and talk with Paimon whenever you have the chance.
А, оце вже
I
цікаво.
don't think that I want to if that's what she sounds like, but I think I will take pictures with Paimon. It's not often we get to snap a photo with Paimon.
Okay. And that concludes the new version content
Мені цікаво,
for
коли Пеймон
today.
стане
Дуже
доступно
прикольно,
як
Паймон.
персонаж, там як той океаніт чи фея.
The third redemption code is on the way! Yeah!
I don't want it.
Corey, you doing?
No.
Так, і от третій код. Блін, але вони ж реально діють дуже мало часу. Там буквально кілька годин. Народ, якщо хтось не забрав, обов'язково забирайте. Бо капець як мало діє. Привіт, Тарасе. Наш капець як мало діє. Реально треба зразу вводити. Що ви тут? Не забирайте, просто подивіться, доки він до 11 вечора, правда, UTC мінус 5, але до 11 вечора. Швидко забирай, бо пропадуть. UTC мінус 5. Це, по-моєму, плюс 8 годин. Тобто десь буде до завтра, десь до 6-7 години до завтра буде дійсно, приблизно. Я трошки, наскільки я розумію. Genshin позачарував долів. Прес F.
Yeah, time really flies, huh?
It sure does.
Don't
Просто щоб не виволікав, чи місце
Zhong
треба.
says.
What was that?
So, Koi and
Портовий
Corey, you
капець?
are both
А що
first-time
таке?
hosts on the program today.
Типу,
What do you think?
You
сказав,
know,
тебе
it's
що
just
там
been
джин
such a
випала.
journey for me personally,
Ну,
going from
можеш,
voicing NPCs like Draft
що
to
скачаю?
voicing
Так ти
Goro and
можеш
being
через
able to be
браузер
here on the special
просто
program.
код
And I just can't
ввести,
wait
та й
for you
потім
guys
собі
to
скачати, коли
get
хочеш.
to know him better. So thank
Ти
you for
через
having me.
браузер
It's
можеш
been an
код
honor.
ввести. Є
Aw,
спеціальна
that's
сторінка
sweet.
для
You
того,
and
щоб
Goro are
код
two very
забрати.
good boys. Speaking of good boys, there's so many doggos in this
Ти видів
update.
на минулому
Did you
стрімі?
see? I'm going
Що
to
мені
cut
замість
all of
хута
them, and then
випало?
I'm going to
Я
make
такий
10
самий, як
million
ти.
snowmen.
Завезучий, так що?
Sounds like a good plan. I'm also
Мене
super
просто
excited
було
for the
90
snowmen
з
and
чимось
checking out all of their
круток.
different styles. And the
І
Golden Wolf Lord
сосай.
looks so fierce
Сосай.
and scary in the tornado,
Серйозно?
but I will die plenty of times, but I will enjoy it
We can
because
face it together.
Можна десь,
yes, together.
що
Help
випало
me
джин?
out, guys.
Знаєш, якби
Let's
випало
hack your
джин,
albedo.
я був би ще радий.
Yeah, you
Джин в
coming
мене
with
нема.
me. Bring him, Koi,
Випало
bring him.
те, що гірше. То, що мені, чого мені нафіг не треба.
Well, that's it for the special program today. Thanks
Зараз
for
тобі
watching
де
the
ссылку
Genshin Impact
скину.
version 2.3 special program,
Зараз кину.
and we'll see you all in game.
See ya.
Bye.
Є. Так, завершено. Чудово. Так. Ужух. Найс. Ці? Ні, ну блін. Це, напевно, було б ще гірше. Хоча ні. Та, ділдук. Ділдук. Бляха, який ж я розчарований. Просто 90 там з чимось, 95, по-моєму, було в мене круток. Ділюк. О! Просто. Я не знаю. Зараз я тобі ссылку скину. Так. Так. Зараз скину. Якщо, звісно, знайду твою сторінку. Бо ви всі, блін, підписані в Діскорді інакше, як в Ютубі. І кожен день ще й перейменовуються. О, Андрій тут взагалі в Pornhub грає, блін. А як же не дрочабри? Ти що? Так. Опа. Скину. Я Ярик, ні. Ярик, бачок потік. Та я пам'ятаю, який в тебе нікнейм. Не хвилюйся. Він хта перейшов на темну сторону. Він же не Енакін Скайвокер, а Дарт Вейдер. Коротше, добре. Так, скину я тобі ссылку. Там, в принципі, можеш і забрати коди. Ну, ти сам знаєш, де їх треба шукати. Так що це не проблема. Добре. І щось мені не справді. До речі, сказати, чому я Ярик? Кажи. Так, зараз. Грати ми будемо далі не Genshin, а дещо інше. Дещо інше. Тільки я не знаю, можливо, мені треба для цього. Але коли веду кодек. Добре, без проблем. А я поки що запускаю ігрулю, яку ми далі будемо грати. Оскільки ми вже подивилися стрім розробників. Окей. Тоді, якщо ти зараз будеш водити кодек, то я зараз теж повернуся, я просто перестворюю стрім, тому що цей завершений. Все. Усім народ, дякую за перегляд. Я зараз повернуся.